Hi, this is Victus. When Runkelus and I came back to Minecraft after a 12-year hiatus, I had no idea what the concept of a forever world even was. I just assumed that every Minecraft player fell in love with their worlds as much as we do, and that the goal for virtually all players is to always create a forever world. But in reintegrating with the Minecraft community, I've come to notice that this is something that a lot of players struggle with. They want a forever world, but they can't seem to stick to it. If that's you, or if you would just like to hear 8 tips that veteran players such as ourselves use to return to our Minecraft world with as much excitement as if it was our first session, then stick around and listen in. Tip number 1. Done enough builds. Do you want to know what every single build in this picture has in common? Not a single one of them is finished. They are what Runkelus lovingly likes to call fit for purpose. We put a much heavier emphasis on the external work and how they fit together. By and large, their interiors all need work, and for a lot of them, there's even some more exterior work needed as well. What I'm saying is that it's perfectly okay to forgive yourself for starting a building and not finishing it all the way through to 100% completion. Look, if you're good at starting a building and building it all the way through, power to you. But what makes my heart sing is having a city skyline of buildings fitting together to look at. At least for me, I prefer to have many buildings that are between 50 and 80% completion rather than far fewer buildings that are 100% complete. To be clear, I'm not suggesting that you should never finish your builds. What I'm saying is that this is your forever world, right? Your builds will be waiting for you to come back to them at your leisure. And for me personally, that's actually something I love. Having an excuse to return to an old building knowing, oh yeah, I didn't finish that room. I do have to work on this or that at some point. It just doesn't have to be right now. Tip number 2. Survival mode. This might not be a tip that a lot of players need, but this was certainly a tip that Runkelus and I needed when we played Minecraft 12 years ago. You might have noticed that we really like building, so that creative mode was a match made in heaven for us, right? Wrong. We actually did a creative server 12 years ago. We got extraordinarily little done, and we found ourselves burning out without even realizing why. Now, I'm not here to gatekeep. If you play creative, you love creative, and you can keep your energy going, great, keep doing what you're doing. But what we found is that in playing in survival, the limitations and constraints actually breeds ingenuity. We have a number of automated farms that we like to call robots. We have railways to different points of interest, such as our gunpowder farm and our froglight farm in the Nether. We found that the natural constraints that survival mode brings actually incentivized us to make different builds and put in different infrastructure that we otherwise wouldn't have thought to do. And this helped us grow even more attached to our world. Tip number 3. Palette cleansers. This goes part and parcel to what I was saying about playing in survival mode. Palette cleansers are in-game activities that you can do after finishing a difficult build. When I looked up concept art for the Roman Senate House Curia Julia, and then built my own in-game facsimile of that took a lot of brain juice. When I finished that difficult build, I needed what I call a palette cleanser to refresh my mind. So what I did for a little while after that build are other activities, such as wandering around fighting monsters, exploring more difficult locales such as the Nether for loot, doing simple activities such as decorating park space around the city, or even spending some time underground doing the very simple activity of mining. It's one of those chores that a lot of people seem to hate, but honestly for me, after a hard or complicated build, sometimes the easy, mundane droning of mining is exactly what the doctor ordered. Tip number 4. Tell a story or have lore. This one might be a little different from the tips you're used to hearing, and it was definitely one that took Runkelus and I a little time to get the hang of ourselves. But I have to say, having a story that you could tell, or a headcanon related to the projects that you're working on, really does help elevate your attachment to those projects. This is Ventral Memorial Park, a shrine and tribute that I built for a dear lost friend who used to play Minecraft with us. This is Vinland Exchange, the bank of our main city. It even has a vault underground where you can go and access storage. There are dedicated storage spaces for every player on this server. This is the House of Knowledge. Yes, not every building name needs to be super creative. It just needs to get the job done. This is our main city's library in one of our 2 librarian trader halls. And this is Shadowlight Hearth, the biggest inn I've ever built. This is actually in a distant city of ours called Jarnia, and it is an inn and a rest stop for weary travelers. It's called Shadowlight Hearth because I built it using birch and dark oak to give it a light-dark motif. If telling a story or having lore or a headcanon is not something you're used to doing, it certainly could take practice. But for us, it really does enhance our attachment to our forever world. Tip number 5. Listen to your gut. You might be thinking, what is he talking about when he says, listen to my gut? Have you ever wanted to complete a build, but you're feeling resistance? Maybe you've wanted to start a build, but you're feeling resistance, or you're feeling a pull to something else. My advice here is to listen to your gut and do the thing that your gut is telling you to do. Runkelus and I have spent a lot of time working on what we call the Roman quarter of our city. But the other day he told me, Victus, I'm really starting to burn out on this. I need to do something different. And I said, go where your heart's taking you. And that prompted him to go to the north side of our city and build a massive bridge across the ocean to a connected desert where he soon wants to found a sister city that he has already named Golemdia. Now, is this a little off base from our initial plan? Sure. But whatever keeps you engaged, whatever keeps you playing, this is just going to expand our city and give it more reach, and that's awesome. The point is to find the thing that excites you and gives you energy to play. Listen to your gut. Tip number 6. Having a world map. We are not mod creators and we are not sponsored by any mod creators either, but I have to say that getting a world map really did change the game for us. This is our home city of Vinland here. Spawn Island was far out to the west, all the way out on a beach that we boated from on our very first day, right over here. And then Golemdia, the sister city to the north that I was talking about, is up here. And then way out to the east, on a complete whim and just an exploration journey we took one day, we founded the fantasy city of Jarnia here. The mod we use is called Xaero's World Map. Again, no sponsor. We're a channel with like 3 subscribers. We just really swear by it. Having a world map gives your world context. You can always see how and where this new area relates to your main city or base. And to me, that is just purely indispensable and really does make the game more fun. Tip number 7. Take breaks. Maybe you've noticed that we are really into Roman builds and architecture. Well, as a matter of fact, I actually went on my first ever trip to Europe this year, and I went to Rome. I was there for 2 weeks, and this entire Roman district that you are looking at didn't exist before I was away at Rome. We actually built it when I came back, just electrified and energized with all of the things that I saw, and I just really wanted to build some of this stuff for myself. I inspired my friends and we got to work. Taking breaks can be healthy for being productive in Minecraft. It can fill you with inspiration, it can rest your mind, and recharge you for when you're ready to return to your forever world. Tip number 8. Play with friends. Now, I know for some players this might be a contentious one, because maybe not everybody knows somebody who plays Minecraft. Or you do, but you just don't quite click when you play together. Or you do, but you don't have similar schedules. I get that, and that can make this one a hard one for others to take advantage of. But I'm reporting on what works for me, and I have to say, playing with a friend is just the best. There's nothing quite like logging on after maybe a 2 or 3 day hiatus and seeing an awesome new building and going, oh my god, what is that? Or even better yet, when you build something awesome and one of your friends messages you and goes, oh my god, Victus, what did you do? That's amazing. I know that finding friends or having friends to play with can be harder for some people, but there are groups out there, and I definitely recommend trying to find like-minded players to play with. It's a completely different experience, and one that makes it really easy for me to stick around. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. I definitely do not believe that this is an exhaustive list of things that keep me invested or should keep anyone else invested in Minecraft. These were just 8 things top of mind that I know really help keep me sticking with my forever world. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, this is Victus, signing out.